Hey guys, it's Lexi. I hope you are all doing really well. I am sharing kind of a random video today. So I, as you know, was in a collab video with Ashley and Beth. I will leave their channels below. And I typically don't do like weekly melting, like what I've melted that week. I know a lot of waxies do that. I like to just do like empties at the end of the month. But this month has been weird for me, like really busy, like really busy for work, for like, I've had like tons of engagement sessions, tons of weddings, tons of like maternity stuff, tons of just shoots in general. And I've been like not home barely at all. I went camping with my partner's parents for like an entire week this month. So I wasn't home for like a whole week. I did bring the melting basket in the van when we went, but even then we were like not spending a lot of time in the van, of course. So that kind of didn't go quite as smoothly as I had hoped. So my 2-week melting basket, like one per week for Ashley and Beth, kind of stretched out into past the weeks that, you know, we gave each other. And if you haven't watched their videos, I will leave all of them in the description if I can remember. There should be like, I mean, there's a ton. There's like, they each did a melting basket that we each picked for each other. And then they also did their like post-warming thoughts, which is great. I don't typically do that. I usually wait till like the end of the month and then do like empties and what I've warmed. And I was thinking about doing that. If you guys are still following this madness that is my life right now, I'm also not going to be home this entire week for a wedding that's a few hours away. So we're going, my partner and I are taking the van and then going down to where we have to be for the wedding. So it's just craziness. What I'm going to do right now for you guys to update you on everything is I'm going to share each melting basket that Ashley and Beth individually pulled for me. And I will tell you the thoughts on what I've warmed. There are like maybe like 3 things per basket that I didn't get around to melting at all. And those things that I didn't get around to melting, I'm going to put like collectively into the basket that I will take with me in the van this week. So this basket here, this is Beth's is it Beth's? Yes, this basket is Beth's melting basket. And Beth's basket was the one that I melted for the first week of the collab video. And I did start her basket a little bit early. And this was also the one that I took on my camping trip. So the first thing that I used part of from this basket was Under the Boardwalk. And this is from Salt Mountain Melt. The notes are caramel apple, caramel popcorn, and vanilla ice cream. And I still have 2 cubes left of this one. I think that this is something that I might end up putting in my August melting basket when I kind of do like my carnival themed wax. This is so good. And Amanda, the owner of Salt Mountain Melt, she did a poll for like what scents people wanted to come back. And I was like, this one is so good, but I don't think it made it. I'm really sad about it because this is such a good scent. It's kind of similar to Bath and Body Works Summer Boardwalk or whatever. It's kind of similar to that. It is just like a perfect carnival kind of scented smell. It was really good. And for being the age that one is, it was July 2019 and it still performed really great for me. So very impressed with that. I used 1 cube of Tropicana from that Smell Good shop. And this just says fresh squeezed orange juice. And this smells literally just like orange juice. Like it almost smelled like if I took Tropicana orange juice, poured it into my wax melter and like let it warm. It was like, it's not like, I don't want to say like warm orange juice would be gross, but like it smelled like fresh orange juice, just like the scent of it in your house kind of a thing. This actually, I'm excited to use more of this. I think I kind of want to pair it with something that would be like, I don't like Fizzy Pop a whole lot. I know a lot of people do. I'm not a huge fan of Fizzy Pop, but this is something that I feel like would make Fizzy Pop a lot better because it might kind of give you like that mimosa vibe. So I really am happy that Beth made me melt that one. Not made me, but like put that in my melting basket because it's really, really good. This one is pomegranate from that Smell Good shop. And pomegranate it's not super like, I don't know. It's not super juicy as much as it is kind of like a florally pomegranate. This one definitely has some floral notes, and I melted this one with, did I melt it with orange Fanta? I melted this with something. I can't remember, but when we come across it, I will let you guys know. Oh no, I melted this with, I did a lot of blending, you guys. I melted pomegranate with almond croissant. It was kind of good. Almond croissant was way overpowering. This just gave it like a subtle berry kind of like, but like a floral berry kind of a note. It was an interesting combo. I probably wouldn't do this again, but this on its own was pretty good. And it's just like a nice standard kind of like a floral berry type of scent. So that was my thoughts on that one. I used L3 Waxy Wonders Orange Fanta. And this is one that I ended up blending with Gypsy Monroe's Maraschino Cherries. This bag is like almost empty. This was really nice. This was just like a super bright cherry orange soda type of vibe. And this is these, like this small bag of shapes and stuff from Gypsy Monroe. This is getting really old. This is 2019, October. Yeah, so October 2019. I really need to use this up, but this is another one where kind of like how that Salt Mountain melts, I was surprised that it performs as good as it did. This one still performed really, really well. And honestly, I'm really sad that Gypsy Monroe's obviously not in business now, but this was a really good maraschino cherry scent. Like strong, smelled realistic, super juicy, really yummy. So I'm happy to have paired those together. I think that was a really nice blend. I did melt I put this in my bedroom. This is Yankee Candle's Life's a Breeze, which to me, this smells like a very fresh, masculine, outdoorsy, but like kind of a clean scent. It's not like a laundry or anything like that, but it just smells like, there's gotta be like bergamot and maybe lavender. And I'm not big on lavender, but there's something about this that's just kind of like clean without being laundry, if you know what I'm saying. Is really, really, really good. This is a scent that my partner loves. Fun fact, I had this in a votive or something, and I spilled it one time, and that every time I smell this, I think about that huge mess that it made. So that's like a bad memory, but this is so good that it's like, it's fine. I'm fine with tying that memory together because at least it's not like a smell I hate. I really do like that smell, and it's something I would repurchase as well. I already talked about the almond croissant. Let me just say this also before I move forward on almond croissant. I did blend this one. I think that this scent is just something that is just like really overpowering. This was in my Scentsy Club for a little bit. I think it's still available on the Scentsy website. I don't know. I just don't like it. I just feel like it's too, I don't know. It smells very much like almond extract. And I like bakery, but it smells like, it almost gives me like, what is that one thing that I don't like? It kind of smells like Fritos. Zucchini bread. It kind of gives me like zucchini bread vibes, a little bit. I don't know. Just like Vendor Wax zucchini bread vibes. That's just my opinion. Beth gave me 2 Christmas scents to melt that week. And I melted Yuletide Carols, and this is from Zape. And this one, I think it's like balsam or fir tree. It's like a Christmas tree type of scent mixed with vanilla, I want to say. And this was just like a little reindeer shape. You guys, I really like this scent. I hope that this comes back next year. This is something that I had in body care that I finished up, and it smells exactly like the body care. Like this wax melt was the exact same scent. Sometimes I feel like if there are things that are in body care and wax, sometimes they can smell a little different or candle form to body care. This was perfect. I actually really enjoyed melting this, Beth. I surprised myself that I was like not totally against it. And then on the same note here, another Christmas scent that Beth pulled was Noel. This is from Zape as well. And the notes are sugared spruce, molasses cookies, vanilla cookies, and fir and balsam. And this is a scoopable. So I just used like a small scoop and then kind of like I leveled it out. I don't remember who I was watching on YouTube that said that every time they scoop things, they have to level it out after. It might have been Lori. I could be wrong. But then now I've been doing that for a lot of my scoops. And it is very satisfying. Anyway, so this was really nice as well. This, whereas like the Yuletide Carols, I felt like I was more okay with melting because this one kind of gave me like outdoor, like fresh outdoor kind of vibes. This one definitely, the molasses really made it feel more like Christmas time. I'm not sure. This one I could kind of like fake out my nose into thinking I was just like outside in the summer with pine trees and stuff. This one definitely smelled more like Christmas. But my partner, Tom, loved this. Like he came downstairs and this was going. He was like, oh my gosh, it smells like Christmas. I love it so much. What are you doing? Because it's not like me at all to do that. But he really enjoyed this one. I don't know if I'm particularly going to keep doing that. Maybe if I really feel like I'm in the mood for something, or maybe in July. Maybe I'll do like a Christmas in July kind of a thing for like a week or a few days or something. But Beth, I didn't hate it. I wasn't mad. It was nice. Tom loved it. So Tom, thanks you very much for that because he had a great time with that. I did finish a bag, and this was a muffin. I used like half of it before, I think with the last month's melting basket. But then I ended up finishing it in Beth's melting basket. This is Kissing in the Rain from Rose Girls. The notes are fresh air, rain, and floral. You guys, I love this scent so much. It just smells like, I remember the first time that I sniffed this and I was like, it kind of smells like a hotel pool. And then I didn't want people to think that it was like a bad thing because it's not by any means. I have a lot of like positive memories attached to like hotel pools of like birthday parties from when I was younger and stuff. And it kind of smells, it kind of does still smell like that. It's not that, but to me it is kind of that because it just smells fresh and wet and clean, and a little bit of, there's like the floralness is not like a headache inducing floral or a floral that's too bouquet. I don't know if that makes any sense. It just smells more like the greenery part of flowers. So like the stems and the leaves, and yeah, it just is really, really good. I like this one a ton. This one, I pretty much only melt in my bathroom, but it just makes my, like if I don't know what to melt in my bathroom, then I'm happy I have another bag of this and I'll just pull this one out consistently. This is like my go-to for the bathroom. I love it. Don't know if I'm going to be melting that in my bathroom in the like winter time and fall, of course, but like for spring and summer, I love that one. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so I have Sensational's Ice Cream Shop. And I'm not even sure what the notes on this actually are. It just smells kind of like a berried, like a strawberry or like a raspberry or like just like a berry and like a sweetness, which I'm sure is maybe just like an ice cream note. It's really good. It kind of reminds me of like a raspberry sorbet a little bit. I think that's kind of the vibe. This is good. I have no complaints. This is something that I would like consistently get if it comes out. It's just a nice staple. Happy to have used that. This is Going Bananas, and this is from the Bathing Gardens. This one's pretty old. I used 2 cubes of this. I guess I haven't told you. I used 2 cubes of this one as well. I kind of, with clamshells, I typically use 2 cubes and kind of like put them on each side of my living room here. So this is like a banana split sundae kind of a vibe. It's really pretty. And it's just really good. There's like a little bit of chocolate, but not like overwhelming amounts. And like you can smell the bananas, of course. The banana is like the top thing. A little bit of chocolate. There's like a creaminess that kind of comes through, which is maybe ice cream. I'm not really sure the exact notes on this because they're not listed, but this is really, really good. This is such a pretty clamshell. Of course, like Bathing Gardens clamshells they're also pretty. Everything from the Bathing Gardens is just aesthetically pleasing. I was literally just never gonna melt it because I just liked how it looked. It looked like a sundae. So very, very happy that Beth finally got me to melt this, and I loved it. It was just as good as I thought it would be on cold. Once it warmed up, filled my whole living room, smelled really, really good. Definitely like that one a lot. Moving on to a favorite. I love this scent. Okay, so I have like 2 loaves of this, and I still like feel like I need more. If this comes back again, I'm gonna get more. This is Heat Wave from Salt Mountain Melts. It's strawberry, raspberry, guava, and margarita, and it is heaven. This smells so good. This margarita, whatever Amanda uses for her margarita oil, it is the best margarita I've ever smelled. It is not like that rind, like it's not like too salty. It's not too zesty lime, like sharp, astringent kind of lime. It is just like a very sweet, it almost like is like a frothy, you can almost like smell like the frothiness, but it just smells like real, like a margarita, like the blender, like the big container of margarita blender that you get, like that's what that smells like. And it is just, it's so good. I literally could talk about this all the time. If you guys like fruity, tropical kind of drinkable scents, this is the best ever, 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 ever. Best ever. I stand by that because I love it that much. Okay, so this is Zape's Farmer's Market, and I used 1 little cube of this. This is something that I used in the van, and this smells just like, well, let me tell you the notes. It is sweet berries, crisp apple, lemon zest, and fresh cut lilies. And if you guys have ever tried Beautiful Day from Bath and Body Works, that's this. It's, I don't know if it is like a dupe scent or if they just did a really good job of like getting like the perfect blend, but this really smells just like the Beautiful Day body care. I don't know if Bath and Body Works ever came out with a Beautiful Day candle. I think they have. Like a while ago. I could be wrong. Correct me if you guys know. But this is really, really good. Smells just like that body care. I love it. It did pretty well. I did have like all the windows like open in the van, and it was like a breezy day. So, but like for what it was pretty good. Not like crazy strong, but of course I'm gonna give it another shot because I only used a little bit of it. This one here is the Melted Mousse in Root Beer Smoked, and the notes are frosty, not frothy, frosty root beer and smoked vanilla. I used half of a 2-ounce set shot in this. I love this. This I need to put in my melting basket for this next week. Amazing. I love it. Part of me wants to save this one for like my August carnival kind of theme thing, but this really just smells like late summer nights camping because the smoked vanilla kind of reminds me of like being around a fireplace, and then the root beer is like something like, I don't drink a whole lot of soda, but usually if I am drinking soda, it's like when I'm camping or like doing something with friends, or you know what I mean? Like it kind of gives me like happy summertime vibe. So really, really, really love this one. Super happy that I have that. I'm on a no buy right now. Let me address this actually really quickly. So I put myself on a no buy for the entire month of May, and I've done pretty well, I would say. So the only 2 things I've purchased are I ordered from Lured Apothecary or Lured? Lord? I'm not sure. That vendor, I ordered from them because they had a carnival, was it carnival themed or fair themed pre-order? And I haven't ordered from them. There was like a discount code that was kind of kept popping up on their Facebook page that I saw. That was a pretty decent discount code. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for it. So I placed a decently small order. You guys will see that when it gets here and I'll haul it. I have one other thing that I ordered, one other vendor that I ordered from. That was actually today. I'm not sure when I'm gonna post this video. Hopefully I'll post it today. But that was also from Zape, and they did she did the summer launch today. So I actually ended up buying like a small amount of wax, but a little bit more body care because I've been loving Zape's body care, like really loving the sugar whip scrubs, like the ones that aren't like the scrubs, and then the body butter sugar scrubs, which are like the scrubs. So I've been kind of going crazy with those lately. But so that's what I did. I only bought 2 from 2 different vendors this month, so I think I'm doing okay. Not great, but you know, you can't win them all, right? Okay, so back into Beth's melting basket. I have 4 more scents left here. I have Berry Colada, and this is from that Smell Good shop as well. This is Pina Colada and fresh strawberries, and I used 2 cubes of this. Loved this. This was so good. And I think I've mentioned this before, but especially with that Smell Good shop, I noticed that if you put in 2 cubes at a time, no matter how large my dish is, sometimes with like my wider mouth hot plate warmer dishes, I feel like I can use like 2 cubes of things or like larger sizes. But that Smell Good shop really does best when you only use 1 cube at a time. It like performs much better. And this phenomenal. I loved this. Definitely would repurchase that. This is Cherry Cobbler from Goose Creek. I actually haven't even used this one. This is for sure going to go into my melting basket for this next week, and hopefully I can get around melting this one. I have another Goose Creek, and this is in Day in the Sun. I'm not sure what the notes are on this one, but it smells very much like a sandy beach kind of vibe. There's probably like a driftwood or a sandalwood mixed with maybe like an amber or something warm. It's think like a sunscreen, but not like sunscreen, but like a tanning lotion kind of a vibe. A little bit of that. Tropical, sandy. Smells like you got sand on your cheeks kind of a vibe. I really liked that one a lot. I have Elephant Ears, and this is from Salt Mountain Melts. This is cinnamon sugar, flaky crust, buttery fried batter, and powdered sugar. This scent was really good. I love this. I put this upstairs in the office as I was editing an engagement session one day, and this helped me through it. It made me hungry the whole time that I was melting this. It really smells very similar to Bath and Body Works cinnamon. Is it cinnamon sugar vanilla, or is it vanilla? Cinnamon sugared vanilla. You guys know what I'm talking about? That one. That Bath and Body Works scent smells very similar to this. If you guys kind of are looking for a gauge on that. Honestly, that one might make a comeback for her next pre-order. I feel like that one was pretty high up on the list of votes. And I also I also used a bag of Jumping on Clouds. I couldn't remember the name. Notes on this are vanilla crunch donuts, monster cookie, marshmallow smoothie, cup of cake, and cotton candy frosting. And I ended up using 1 or 2 of these cubes, and I melted this with maraschino cherries from Gypsy Monroe. And it was like a cherry bakery type of vibe, and it smelled really, really, really good. Yeah, I guess I melted that maraschino cherry with quite a bit of things this month or this week. And then I did have a few other things in Beth's melting basket. So she also gave me Twinkies, which Twinkies from that Smell Good shop, that was also a scent that Ashley pulled for me, so I'll show you that in a second. And she also gave me her like kind of custom blend there, which is Serendipity and Waffle Cone, and that was also in Ashley's melting basket. I think that those were the only 3 that were like the same. I could be wrong. So let me put these all back, and then I will share what I melted in Ashley's melting basket for the next week and my thoughts on all of those. This is Ashley's melting basket that she pulled for me, and this was for the week of the 14th through the 20th. I think it's the 24th today. Yeah, so it's the 24th. We're a few days past when we were supposed to be finished with it. But like I said, I'm just going to I'm still using a lot of these scents, and I'm actually still using some from Beth's as well. And what I'm going to do is at the end of this, I'll just pull everything that I will continue on over to this next week's melting basket when I'm on the trip and share that. And I don't think that I'll do like a empties at the end of this month. It's just because I really don't have anything other than what I'm showing you right now. So if you do see empties, they'll just be like probably like candle empties. Maybe I'll throw in the bags. I'm not sure. We'll see where I'm at. But I won't even be back from our trip by the end of this month. So things are a little bit all over the place, and I do apologize. I know it's weird. But yeah, this is like the busiest time of year. So anyway, moving right along. So let me start off. There are a few things that I didn't get around to using in this melting basket that I'll just move over to this next one. So this is L3 Waxy Wonder Shamrock Shake. I did not get around melting this. I have melted it in the past and really enjoyed it though. It is just like a mint, like a Shamrock Shake from like McDonald's type of scent. This is Fried Dough from Salt Mountain Melts. This is another one that I have not yet gotten around to melting, but I will move this one over as well. And that's just like a jelly donut scent. I have not gotten around to melting Sandra D. This is from Rose Girls. It is Strawberry Shortcake, Peach, and Nilla Wafers. This is a scent I love, and I have melted quite a bit recently, so I haven't melted it just because I was trying to use up some of the things that I haven't melted recently this past week. So this one I will put in my melting basket for next week also. And I think, what are the other things that I melted? Or have not melted, I guess. Okay, so I think the rest of these are things that I have melted some of, at least a little bit. There might be like one thing that, oh no, here it is. So this is L3 Waxy Wonders Cotton Candy Don't Cross Streams, which is like a vanilla mixed with cotton candy type of scent. I just finished a bag of the same shape last month, so I kind of wanted to give myself a little bit of a break from the scent, but this is something I will put into this melting basket for this week. And then to talk a little bit about some of the things that I did melt in Ashley's melting basket. So we do still have quite a bit left. There are only 4 things that I didn't finish or get to melting. So let's start with Sensationals Vanilla Bean Butterscotch. This was also in Beth's melting basket that she pulled for me. So Beth and Ashley both were curious on this scent. This is just okay. This was not a super strong performer by any means. I put 1 cube in each side of my living room, in my hot plate warmer on one side of the room, and my bulb warmer on the other side of the room. And this was just like a very subtle hint of butterscotch in the air. Not really strong, not overpowering by any means. Kind of just like really subtly there. I wouldn't repurchase this. It wasn't anything to like write home about, but it was fine. I'm happy that I have tried it. This is Scentsy's Berry Bright. I'm so bummed out about this, you guys. And I'm not sure if it's just like it got too dried out, or I don't really know what the case is. Maybe this is just like a pretty light performer anyway. But I put this in same like my living room, one side of each room, each side of my room, and with, 1 cube per side. And on cold, it kind of reminds me of a blue raspberry lollipop. Warmed up, it kind of gave me a little bit more floral notes, but at the same time, it was so light and such a weak scent that I really could barely smell it. I had this in my club. I took it out of my club, and I actually ended up skipping my club this month around just because I'm just like, I don't know. I'm kind of more looking forward to like the fall releases, which I'm not a big summer melt girl anyway, but yeah, that one was a disappointment, which is, it is what it is. This is L3 Waxy Wonders Blackberry and Sweet on Paris, which Sweet on Paris has blackberry already in it, mixed with like a lemon and a bakery note. But with the additional blackberry scent, it is so good. It is really, really delicious. And I love this scent, so I'm very happy to have gotten to melt half a bunch of that this past week. I have the Pharmacist's Daughter. It takes 2 to Mango, which is mango sorbet, Avobath or Avobath, and blackberry jam. And I used like the top little ice cream scoop part of this. It was in like it looked like a little cake with an ice cream scoop on top. And I personally just don't love that Avo bath. It is a little bit too much of a clean, fresh type of scent for my nose. The blackberry mixed with the mango sorbet do help kind of tone it down, I think, but it just isn't something that I would repurchase. However, if you like clean, fruity scents, then this is a really good one. It definitely isn't something that I would be able to melt anywhere other than my bathroom. Another type of fresh, clean scent. This is Beach Today, Laundry Tomorrow from Salt Mountain Melts. And this is Gain Island Fresh, Bora Bora, and Suntan Lotion. And I honestly, when I first got this, I was like really not sure if I liked it because I'm cold. The only thing you can smell is the Gain Island Fresh, and I'm not a big laundry fan. But once I warmed this up, it turned into a little bit more of the other notes. Kind of, they blended up into it nicely. The Bora Bora is like a fruity, tropical fruity type of scent. And then the Suntan Lotion, of course, just kind of made it more realistic. It smelled a little bit more like being on a beach because of that additional note, I think. I liked it. This is something that I wouldn't repurchase. I will use sparingly and enjoy. It's not like something I don't like by any means. It's actually really nice. This is something that kind of helps tiptoe me into liking laundry a little bit more. Laundry can just usually give me a headache, which is the only reason I stray away from it. But if you're a laundry fan and you like not oceany, I guess, beachy type laundry scents, and maybe you don't want something that's just salty sea air and, Gain or whatever, then this is a good one. I don't like the salty sea air note, so that was actually nice to give me that vibe without it being salty sea air. I blended L3 Waxy Wonders Boom Boom Cream type with L3 Waxy Wonders Blue Hawaiian, which Blue Hawaiian is like a tropical cherry, pineapple, coconutty type of drink. And then the Boom Boom is like is there jasmine or like, not jasmine, there's like some type of like warm pistachio, right? It's pistachio or something. This specific Boom Boom type is very much like the body care version. I know there are different types out there. This one smells very much like a body care, like a perfumey, feminine type of scent mixed with this really tropical fruity drink. It kind of reminded me of like being on a cruise ship and like, having a tropical drink and having like some kind of like a summery type of feel lotion on your skin. So that's the vibe that I got. If you have these, I definitely suggest trying them out together. I thought it was a pretty cool combo. I finished up a bag in Rainbow Melts But First Coffee, and this is Starbucks coffee and Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. This was incredibly strong. This lasted like 3 whole days or like 3 whole mornings that I was home for. And honestly, I probably could have let it keep going, but I was kind of over it at that point. It was really good. I'm not huge on cinnamon, especially right now in the summertime, but the Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal was just like a very subtle hint of cinnamon. The coffee was definitely the predominant note, but it was blended really nicely. I've been very impressed with Rainbow Melts coffee scents lately. I finished up a Midnight Daydream in Summer Scoop Crunch, which is Summer Scoop type, which is like a strawberry ice cream from Yankee Candle, and then Waffle Cone Crunch. This was really good. I'm not big on Summer Scoop on its own, but mixed with the Waffle Cone, which kind of I think is like a very sweet type of oil, it really helped that, and it helped me enjoy it a little bit more. So I really like this one. Really good performer. Lasted all day for me. I actually pulled it out before it gave up its life. This is Yankee Candle's Seaside Woods, and this is a centerpiece warmer. I had this going in my bedroom. It is just like a driftwood or like a sandalwood type of warm, inviting, kind of summery type of wood scent. I really like this one. There's something about like driftwood or whatever, I don't know if this is driftwood or whatever type of wood this is, that's a bit like masculine, cologne, like peppery almost, kind of almost like makes my nose like feel like it wants to sneeze or something. But this is really good. I have no complaints. I might get more if they bring it back ever. Then if I see it around, I might pick it up again. I did like it. This is Rose Girl's Lemon Cotton Candy Ice Cream Cake, and I melted this in my kitchen after like cooking something that was like really strong. And the lemon in this was so strong that it kind of took that scent away, which is great. As far as this being like an ice cream cake or like a cotton candy scent, I don't know if I could particularly like pull out like, oh, that's ice cream or like cake or cotton candy. To me, it just smelled like a very bright lemon mixed with a sweetness. So, I mean, it's just like, you know, it's kind of like what you would expect. You know what I mean? There's not anything that's like, it's not like predominantly like ice cream cake with like a little subtle hint of lemon. It's more lemon with like a subtle hint of like sweetness from like a cake or cotton candy. So I have no complaints about it. I really like that one, but it's just kind of like a sweet lemon scent. This is a Van Life, which this was from, or is from, that Smell Good shop and was a custom that I created. This is Indian Summer, Cashmere Woods, and Patchouli Vanilla. And I melted this in our van. So I get those extra points, Ashley. And this was so good. It's so good. I love this one so much. Of course, you would hope that I would enjoy the custom that I made, but like, I loved this. It was just everything that I could have hoped for it to be. The Cashmere Woods like made it really warm and inviting, and mixed with the Patchouli Vanilla made it almost like, I don't know, like a hippie kind of vibe, which, I don't know, you just kind of, you like those, like, I like those kind of vibes in the van. And then, I'm not sure what Indian Summer is, but it was just like a very warm, inviting, earthy, comforting type of scent. And it smelled really, 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 really good. So 100% I love this. Once I run out of this bag, I will definitely do customs and get more of this because I liked it that much. So good. I melted 1 cube of Twinkies in our van, and this is just cream-filled cake, it says. It smelled exactly like you would imagine. It was a very light performer, this one was. This was kind of in the same kind of area as that vanilla bean butterscotch scent. Very light, just a very subtle kiss of the scent that it was in the air. So I wouldn't repurchase this, but I'll be using this more or less as like a blender moving forward. I have 2 from K's. So I have Lexilicious. This I'm putting in my melting basket for next week because I haven't gotten around to melting it yet, but it's a Berrylicious dupe from Yankee Candle. And then this is Malibu Rum Cupcakes from K's. This was so good. Lori talked about this being like not as impressive on cold as it was on warm, and I totally agree. Once you warm this up, the cakiness from the cupcake really comes out, and it is so good. It really does smell just like what you would expect. The Malibu, like the coconut from like the Malibu rum is definitely there, but like mixed with that cakiness, it was really, really yummy. And like 100% I will get this again. I liked it a ton. I have Better Homes and Gardens White Grapefruit and Pear. This to me smelled very much like a young girl's body spray or like a body splash. Now I'm sounding like old. A body splash from like the 90s. That's kind of like the vibe that this gave me. You guys remember body splashes? Let me know. Yeah, that's what kind of this reminded me of. So probably won't repurchase it again. It's just like a very light, feminine, perfumey type of scent, but it's been fine in my bathroom. I used 2 cubes of this. I have L3 Waxy Wonders 8675309, which is Alabama Slammer, which is a cocktail made of orange juice, amaretto, and Southern Comfort. And I feel like there's more into the actual drink, but anyway, this was really, really, really good. Like, really good on cold. I thought I would love it on cold. I did. I loved it. I thought I would love it on warm based on cold, and I did. It's so good. It literally smells just like a Southern Comfort, or just like a Alabama Slammer drink. Really takes you back to, you know, some memories I've had with drinking those drinks. And this is really, like, I would get this in loaves. I really liked it. The Southern Comfort or the amaretto really comes out. Like, you can definitely smell them. All of the notes come out very much so in that. It's so good. And then I have a ton of Rose Girls left in here. I have Blackberry Jam Butter Cookies from Rose Girls, and I have yet to melt this one, so this will be going in my melting basket for the next week. I have orange sherbet from Rose Girls, and I also have strawberry raspberry guava from Rose Girls. These I have going in my living room right now, and it just smells very much like a, pretty much like what you would expect these to smell like together. It is a fruity, orange, sherbet-y type of like a rainbow sherbet type of vibe going on. A little bit more of like a tropical rainbow sherbet, but it's really, really good, and I do enjoy this quite a bit. And I have finally, to wrap it all up, the two that I feel like they wanted me to melt most of all. I have Waffle Cone from Rose Girls, and I have Serendipity from Rose Girls. And Serendipity is like a whipped cream, I think it's like whipped cream, coconut, and cherry, I want to say, blend. And then Waffle Cone is just like a waffle cone, like a ice cream waffle cone. And these are so good together. So I want to say Beth was the original, I think Beth was the one that originally melted these together first. And then I think Ashley tried it. And then I think they both were like, no, you need to try it. I think that's how that went. So, but like, let me know if I was wrong, girls. But this is so good. It is really, really good. So now I'm going to put it out there for all of you guys, the rest of you guys watching. If you have both of these, try them together, because Ashley and Beth are not wrong. These are like made to be together. They are so, so good. It smells kind of like, what is it? Is it Cold Stone? Like Cold Stone Creamery? That's what this smells like when you walk into a Cold Stone. Like it smells like freshly made waffle cones, like hot off like the press thing. And then like delicious, like fresh, creamy, rich ice cream with like all of like the fresh cherries chopped in, and like, it's literally so good. This is amazing, amazing. Highly recommend you guys all try it. I'm so happy they finally got me to try it. And I'm happy it was in both of the melting baskets, because it was really great to enjoy this one. All right, guys, so showing you my melting basket that I will be bringing on my trip this week. I, of course, am bringing Van Life from that Smell Good shop. I will be bringing fried dough from Salt Mountain Melt. I'm going to bring along Cotton Candy Don't Cross Streams from L3 Waxy Wonders, my L3 Waxy Wonders Shamrock Shake, Rose Girls Sandra D, L3 Waxy Wonders 8675309, Heat Wave from Salt Mountain Melt. I'm going to try to finish up this pomegranate from that Smell Good shop. I'm also going to try to finish up the Melted Moose Root Beer Smoke, Lexilicious from K Scented Melt. This is Maraschino Cherries from Gypsy Monroe, which I only have a few pieces left of. Goose Creek's Cherry Cobbler, and finally, Rose Girls Blackberry Jam Butter Cookie. And that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks for catching up on my crazy life with me. I hope you are all doing really well, and leave in the comments what you guys have been melting lately. I would love to hear it. All right, guys, I hope you're all taking care, staying safe, happy, and healthy. Bye, guys.